All right. Cameras ready? Cool. We'll go ahead and get started with Clayton Powell-Lee. Questions for Clayton? Chad?
We asked Coach yesterday after losses. You guys have been really good coming back, winning the next week. Why do you think that is? Is there something different in practice after losses or anything like that?
For the most part, we just take a different approach to practice. We know that following week has to be way better than that previous week because in the little details that we may have missed in the game, we realized that in practice that week we may have missed those and we didn't hone in on those details. So the following week, as this week, we hone in on all those details. We make sure we fly into the ball as far as defense. Make sure we're communicating, trying to communicate everything, all the possibilities from each formation, each snap that we get post-snap, pre-snap. So we really just hone in on the details a lot more. So I'm wishing that for our defense we can do that every week. Just be consistent every week and learn how to be consistent for us, at least on the defense.
You've been to Ireland, up to Syracuse, two out of the first three games. How are you guys adjusting to all that travel?
I mean, there's no real excuse or no real expectation. You're just expected to get there, play your best, come back, play your best. It's just, we know traveling is a part of the game, so we just have to always be adjusted. Just always being able to travel and do little things like that to where you don't really think about it. Because when we went to Ireland, it didn't really feel that much of a difference to me, at least. And then when we came back for Georgia State, it didn't feel that much of a difference. So just being that consistently, just going there and just playing your best of football.
I guess LaMiles went down on Saturday earlier in the game. I guess with you being the other kind of more experienced guy on the back end, defensive backfield, did you feel like that kind of put more on you to kind of be a leader in that game, or just kind of business as usual?
I wouldn't say it would put more pressure on me because I've already been trying to step up in that leadership role as far as on the back end. I know LaMiles, he has a lot on his plate, so I'm trying to we're just trying to help each other out. So now that LaMiles has been taking a couple of less reps, and in practice, I'm just trying to just keep everything smooth transition because we got Tay Seymour, who's been playing a lot recently, and he's been doing a great job. So I have a lot of faith in Tay. He has a lot of faith in me, so we're able to just keep things rolling even though we may be down one as far as that game.
On the same subject, Coach yesterday talked about, the communication back there, with LaMiles out. When somebody like Tay comes in, how does that work for you guys back there?
I mean, Tay has been a sponge. We all went to defense at the same time. He's been a real sponge. Now he's playing field safety and boundary safety, just like how I usually been playing it. So I've just been real on him about all the little details, all the little communication that he has to make to the linebackers, to the corners, even to the opposite safety and the nickel, just trying to make sure he knows his defense inside and out to where he's more versatile, to where we can use him in the boundary, we can use him in the field. So it just makes him more versatile in his skill set.
Kyle Eifert said Syracuse was not a wake-up call, but was it sort of eye-opening, the defense does still have a long way to go in that sense?
We always say we have something to improve on each week and each day. So it wasn't necessarily a wake-up call. It was just a tough loss. This in the past now, can't go back and change anything about it. The only thing we can focus on is that next week and next opponent, which we're taking big steps and big strides just today in practice. We had a pretty good practice today.
Anything in the back? No? Anything else up here? No?
Kind of talking about that with Syracuse last week. After they had a pretty big passing day, does the back end kind of come back this week a little more motivated, kind of kind of want to put that one behind them and kind of show how much y'all have improved?
It's a DB's dream to get that many targets, and today just wasn't our day. We're going to keep it black and white, no gray area. That day wasn't our best day, but we love to see that we will be tried and we will continue to be tried. So next step is just to take the most out of those opportunities and really just get those interceptions, those PBUs, and the little things like that, because we don't have, as far as I know, we have one turnover. We want to, as a defensive secondary, we really want to just amp up them turnovers, amp up them PBUs, them interceptions. We're really honing in on those details that we got to get our hands on the football when the ball's in the air.
Anything else? Rob?
When you have a quarterback that has a quick release and they're getting rid of the ball fast, do you play any differently back there?
I may, well, for me at least, as safety, I may be a little bit slower out my pedal, a little slower on my reads, just because I know that in any run action, it's also a little quick hitch or a quick slant. I can maybe break on, get a pick, or little things like that. So, as far as this week, I've most definitely been honing in on those details of playing a little bit slower for the run and for the quick game that this team does. So a lot of plays are going to be made on Saturday.
Anything else for Clayton? Okay. Thanks, CP.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.